Hello everyone. Today we're gonna discuss about proposition. A proposition is a declarative sentence that is either true or false but not both. If a proposition is true, then its true value is true, which is denoted by T. Otherwise, its true value is false and is denoted by F. Okay, so yung proposition daw is pwedeng maging true or false but not both. Okay. So some sentences are not proposition. So example is questions. If you're asking, that is not a proposition because a proposition is a declarative sentence. If the sentence expresses strong emotions or feelings, it's not a proposition. If it's giving a commands or if it's asking for a request, it is not a proposition. So if gives wishes, it's not a proposition. Propositions are denoted by uh, letters as shown in the next example. For example, P, everyone should study logic. So this scenario can be maybe read as P is the proposition, everyone should study logic. Okay. Example, determine whether each of the following statements are proposition or not. If a proposition, give its true value. Recall that for a statement to be a proposition, it has to be a declarative sentence, and it should have a truth value of either true or false, but not both true and false at the same time. Okay, so the proposition P, Mindanao is an island of the Philippines. This is a declarative sentence, and Mindanao is an island in the Philippines. Hence, P is a true proposition. Next, the pro- proposition Q, find a number which divides your age. So, as you can see, it's giving a command, so it's an imperative sentence. And so, it is not a proposition. Next, the proposition R, my classmate will get a perfect score in the logic exam. This statement is a declarative sentence. Although the truth value will only be known after the logic exam, we know that it can only be either true or false. Either your seatmate gets a perfect score or she has some mistakes, but not both. Welcome to the Philippines. The proposition S is an exclamatory sentence. It expresses a strong emotion or feeling, so it is not a proposition. The proposition T, 3 plus 2 equals 5. Obviously, 3 plus 2 equals 5 is a true mathematical sentence. But it is a declarative sentence? Yes. To see this, note that you may read it as the sum of 3 and 2 is 5, which is clearly a declarative sentence. Therefore, T is true proposition. What is the domain of the function? So, the proposition U is not a declarative sentence. It is an interrogative sentence. Hence, it is not a proposition. So, we have two types of proposition, the simple proposition and the compound proposition. When we say compound proposition, It is a proposition formed from simpler proposition using logical connectors or some combination of logical connectors. Some logical connectors involving propositions P and Q, P and or Q may be expressed as follows: not P, P and Q, P or Q, if P then Q. So, sabi, compound proposition noun is formed by combining two simple proposition or two or more simple proposition. So what is simple proposition? A simple proposition is if it cannot be broken down any further into other component propositions. For example, she is beautiful. So this sentence, she is beautiful, it cannot be broken down. There's no and, there's no but, there's no or. So it is a single thought and it cannot be broken down. That's why it is a simple proposition. There are logical connectors that involves in some propositions. Some of some of logical connectors involving propositions P and or Q may be expressed as follows. Take note that these connectors also has its corresponding symbols which are called logical operators, which will be discussed further in the next lessons. So not P, P and Q, not P but Q, P or Q, either P or Q, neither P nor Q, if P then Q. Take note that this not, this and, this but, this or, neither nor, if then, these are the so-called logical connectors. These are symbols used in some logical connectors. If we're having a negative statement like not the case, not true, false, or can't be, the logical connectors are this symbol and this symbol, as you can see in symbol number 1. No? So if not, you will have a curved dash like that. In number 2, as you can see, we have the inverse V. No? It's like a symbol of exponent in the calculators. Uh, the the logical connectors it's representing is and. If you can see and, then the logical operator that you will use is the inverse letter V. Okay. Also in the logical connectors but you will use the inverse V. Then if you're using the or logical connectors, we will use the letter B. So this symbol, no? If we're using the logical connectors or. Then um, if our sentence consists of then the symbols we're going to use is an arrow to the right. If only if implies whenever PQ given that PQ had PQ. Okay, so that's the word that we're going to take note in order to use the uh, arrow right logical operator. Then if we have this F and only F, so the symbol we have is the double arrow or the triple uh, dash. I don't really know what how do we call this symbol. It's like an equal but three. I think this is congruent. I'm not really sure. Okay, I just forgot. Okay, then if we have either P or Q but not both, we have this not equal symbol. So this. Okay, so let's try if let's practice. Let's have some activity. Let's try symbolizing some propositions and distinguish whether it is simple or compound proposition. Consider the following dictionaries. The proposition H the, hanggang N. It is hot, it is honey, logic is fun, logic is interesting, logic is boring, you study hard, you get good grades. Okay, so let's try. Letter A, it is hot and sunny. So in letter A, we have the proposition H and I, and our logical connector is and. Okay, so and because we have this and, so our symbols for logical connectors is H and I. Okay, in symbol we have H, then inverse V, then letter proposition I. Okay, next, it is not sunny. So sunny is a proposition I here. Okay, and it's using the logical connector not. That means our logical connectors is not I. In symbol, we have this. Okay, so this is our symbol for not I. Next, it is not hot, but it is sunny. So we're using the word hot, and this is the proposition H, and we also have proposition I, which is sunny, and the connector used is but. So we can represent this as not H but I. So we also have not, no, not H but I. Okay, in symbol, the symbol for not is this, and the symbol for but is this. So we have not H but I. Next, either logic is fun and interesting or it is boring. So take note, it uses the word either, but it doesn't really matter. So it uses the word and, which the symbol is inverse V, and it uses the word or, which in letter B. Either logic is fun. This is proposition J. Uh, Interesting. So this is logic key. And it is boring. Proposition L. So we can represent this as either J and key or L. In symbol, J, inverse letter V, then key. Take note, it is inside the parentheses because we have this comma, no? So comma plays a vital role in this writing into symbols, no? Okay. Next, if you study hard, then you will get good grades. Take note that it uses the if and then statement or connectors, I mean. So that, because we have if and then, so that means our symbol for this is uh, this, no? But you study hard is proposition M, and you will get good grades is proposition N. So in connectors, we can represent this as if M, then N, no? And in symbol, we have M, arrow to the right, N. Okay. So that's it. I hope you have learned. I hope you learned something. So if you want to practice, try this direction. Symbolize the following propositions and identify whether it is simple or compound proposition. I have missed the bus. The bus is late. I am late. I sleep in. I will get to work on time. So, same lang din sa kanina. You will represent this into uh, symbols. Then, eto pa pala, identify whether it's simple or compound proposition. Okay. So, thank you for watching. By the way, etong lahat ng to is taken from the module. So, the purpose for this is for educational purposes only. So, yan. Thank you.